Alright everyone, BTD6, Thursday time again, which means Odyssey. New one. Okay, this is interesting, alright, so we know it's an Odyssey, it's not an extreme mode Odyssey, otherwise the rules would have looked a lot more different. Just Mes-aing around? Mes-aing? Mes-aing? Just Mes-aing around? I don't know how they want to pronounce it. This is a terrible map. I'm gonna suck at this one. But these four are decently alright. Alright, let's have a look at the rules. Okay, adventure to the end of the road and beyond. You don't want to mesa out on the... Oh, okay, I get it. Okay, so the idea is mesa. If you've ever played Minecraft, you know that there is a mesa biome, and that is generally what these two maps are, where it's like a sort of dried up, not exactly a desert, but similar to it. But yeah, I think that's just basically the idea. The significance of the name and the little description there is basically referencing the map types. So we've got medium standard on carved, 1 to 70, hard standard on firing range, 3 to 80, hard double HP Moabs, 4 to 85. Okay, that could be a little bit intense, just because it goes beyond 80, so 81 to 85 could be a little bit interesting there. Cracked, hard reverse, 10 to 90, so we'll need DDT popping power for that. And Mesa, the final map, which is what this is referencing, Mesa out on this one. Medium standard 4 to 80, but luckily, because everybody knows this map is a pain in the ass, just like Bazaar, balloon speed is only at 80% and same with Moab speed, so everything's slowed down a little bit for us to help us out. Alright, let's have a look at what we can use. Supposedly all heroes, but we're only allowed these specific towers, so we're allowed Dart Monkey, Cannon, Ice Monkey, Glue Gunner, Submarine, and what's it called? Monkey Ace. I was going to say Spectre. We've got ourselves the Alchemist, the Druid, Banana Farms, Village, and the Engineer. I don't know why those are the specific ones we're allowed to use, but let's see if we can actually use all heroes here. Is it the case? Okay, we can actually use all heroes here. Nice. Oh, and adding in Sorter actually made it an even amount of heroes. Nice. Alright, so we're just gonna ditch all of these powers. We're gonna ditch all of these monkeys to make our own setup here. Who do we want? We want someone that'll be useful for round 90, as well as 80, 70, 60, 50, 40, 30, 20, 20, 10. So for round 90, specifically on the second to last map, I think I'm gonna go with Oben. Just because, as far as I'm aware, there's water here, there's water here, there's water here. There's a little patch of water here, but you have to buy it first, this little patch here. And I don't think there's any water here at all. So, I think we're going to go with Oben, just because his Wall of Trees ability, when on round 90, can swallow up 3 DDTs exactly. So, as long as we have Oben, round 90 is a piece of piss. We can actually smash through that without any problems whatsoever. As for our towers, since there is no restrictions, we're going to get our Crossbowmaster. We're definitely going to get a plane, maybe even 2. Alchemist, we can only have 1 of those, but that's alright. We'll throw in a village just in case we come up against anything that we can't pop and we need to pop it soon. Or at least we have a little bit of money and we need to pop it soon. We'll get 2 recursive clusters. Those have always proven useful. For the long maps, the ones that really take a long time, we could get a balloon solver. Submarines are really good early on, but they won't be useful to us at all in the last map, which is what I'm worried about. So I'm going to get a couple of druids and a couple of engineers, and then we can add 3 more on. Let's add another plane, another druid, and another engineer. Realistically, you don't need more than 1 village in any Odyssey whatsoever, especially if the middle path is completely free for you to use. Alright, so that's my setup. I believe it's going to be able to get through it. Even if on Cracked here, the only way you can beat 90 is with Oben's Wall of Trees ability. That's perfectly fine. We don't need anything else to beat DDTs, because that's the first time and only time they'll show up throughout this whole Odyssey, because none of this has custom rounds at the bottom. Alright, so let's just jump straight into it. Carved. Now carved is one of the easier maps out of everything here. So it should be a breeze, especially considering we're only going to 70. So, Oban, able to place him straight away. If you've got the monkey knowledge to place the dart monkey straight away, then that's good too. But if not, no big deal. Oban can handle quite a lot early on. Especially if you've got the monkey knowledge to start him off at level 3. Very handy. Alright. Whew. So, this Odyssey doesn't seem too difficult, not compared to the other ones. But I guess the Odysseys just have to have a common theme. And this one's common theme is the maps. They're all quite dry and arid, like not really suitable for water, but some of them have water on them. But yeah, there's no custom rounds. The only change to balloons and Moabs is in the last round to make it a little bit easier for us, just because it's crazy difficult trying to beat that on its own. So, well, especially going to 80. So yeah, they let us off the hook for that one. What should we place first? I feel like druids are always good to place, and especially if you've got Oban on your team, druids are made even better because they get more buffs from being close to Oban. So my favorite druid personally, since we only have 3, I'm probably just gonna do 3 in the middle, 2 at the top, just so that he gets the lightning. He's able to turn regrow balloons into normal balloons, and he's able to deal out a little bit more damage. Now, if we had a lot of druids, I would say the bottom path for sure, but it is quite pricey, especially at the very last upgrade. But honestly, if you can get, what's it called, Poplust, that's actually a really strong combination of upgrades if you have a bunch of druids stacked around each other that all have it. Whew, alright. So I just basically came home from TAFE, had my cereal to refuel because I had only eaten breakfast at that point, and I got home around 4 o'clock. So I needed to refuel, so I had a little bit of cereal, a bit of a second late breakfast, which was amazing. I had Cocoa Pops, I think it was. Yeah. And we turn some milk all chocolatey, and it's just so much better to drink it up at the end. But yeah, that was good, and then chilled out for a little bit. Almost forgot that today was the day for the Odyssey. Like, I've set myself a reminder, like, to go off every Thursday, just so that I don't forget. And it went off today, and I quickly turned it off. I realized what it was for, but I don't know, the bus ride home must have just wiped my memory because I almost forgot again. Luckily, I was reminded of it. Alright, so there we go, get the Druid of the Jungle. Druid of the Jungle is really handy for taking out ceramics, just because it will one-shot a ceramic no matter what, and it doesn't matter where it is on the map. Which is pretty crazy and really helpful for certain rounds like 63 and so on, just to lighten the load a little. Real handy. Alright, so let's get this Heart of Thunder. The only problem is with the Druid upgrades, as well as just the early game in general, is that it's really slow to get started. Like, it's going to take us a while to be able to save up $1,000 in the early game, but in the late game it comes in like seconds. It's great. And I mean, I guess they do offer like banana farms to us, but honestly, why would you run the risk of having a banana farm and then like potentially not being able to oh wow, that was my bad. Did not prepare for that in advance. There we go. Now we're ready. But yeah, why would you run a banana farm if you could just be safer running a lot more DPS just in case something goes wrong? Like for that one map where I had to for the one Odyssey that I had to change up my tower selection just because it was literally not strong enough to beat 3 DDTs. All I had to do was change one thing, so why would I even keep a banana farm on, or an extra village on in that circumstance, if I could just make sure I don't ever really need to? Alright, so we'll throw our third druid in, and if you couldn't already tell just from that first lead round, like just like this one, we don't actually have to verse the leads because they're going too slow. That's all thanks to the Druid of the Jungle ability. They're just getting taken out before they even get close to our defense. And that's where I generally, like if I am playing a game where I'm just sort of like having fun, I'll put down 4 druids if I don't run Benjamin. I'll put down 4 druids just because that once a Moab pops, I don't have to deal with the insides. The druids immediately can just take out every single one of the ceramics inside if I've got 4 of them. Alright. Just makes things a little easier. Don't have to pop everything inside, and it's basically like having Ben's hacking ability. Alright, perfect. We've got 3 druids up. Pretty much exactly what I want them to be. And then we're going to try and go for our Crossbowmaster here, if the game allows us to. But wow, are these 3? No, surely they're not cheaper than the Ninja Alchemist combo. Are they? You wouldn't think so, but they might be. We seem to afford them pretty quickly compared to Ninja Alchemist. I feel like Ninja Alchemist combo from the start, or at least the way I do it, usually has me paying for upgrades up until like round 38, 39. So who knows, maybe this is technically stronger. The only reason I still would prefer Ninja Alchemist combo over this is that we've got more reliable camo popping power. Like, these guys are very strong for popping leads, but none of them can see camo, and until we got the enhanced eyesight for our Dart Monkey here, nothing could pop camo except for Oben's Brambles. Also very good Moab popping power, by the way. I feel like I should mention that. Alright, so instead of going straight for that Crossbowmaster, I'm going to put down our village around here. Boost the range to get this guy included, there we go. And then get Radar Scanner and Jungle Drums. Just so that these guys can pop almost everything. I say almost everything just because the only thing they can't really pop effectively is DDTs. Like, their lightning can hurt them, but their regular darts or thorns can't, which severely damages their DPS. But once we get this Crossbowmaster, we won't need to worry anymore, because he can look after us and deal all of the damage. Alright. Oh, I just realized I have to run a circuit tomorrow. So, if you don't know, I've jumped ship from uni to TAFE, and I am studying to become a personal trainer. And one of the things we're doing at the moment is circuits. So, like a series of exercises with breaks in between for you to swap between them. So I'm going to be performing a circuit tomorrow for 3 of my friends, and I've got to force them to do it. So that'll be fun. And then I've got to participate in their circuits as well. So they get to get me back, so to speak. Because like there will always be someone that just goes, oh hey, I just have to lead people in a circuit. I don't have to do it myself. I'm going to make it really hard and difficult. And usually they do it back to you if you do that to them. So I tried to be nice, give them a nice easy breezy circuit. We'll see what I get in return. But yeah, the day's been chill so far. I hope you guys are doing really well. If you've been dealing with the whole global lockdown sort of thing, I feel like YouTube doesn't like me mentioning it directly. So I'm not gonna say the name of it, but you guys know what I mean. I hope the situation's been getting better for you. Obviously, it depends on where you live in the world, but I hope the situation's getting better and continues to do so in the future. So you guys can live comfortably, keep playing BTD6, and just chill. Alright, so we're almost at Crossbowmaster here. Once you get the Crossbowmaster, it's honestly game over for the Bloons. Like, the Bloons will not be able to beat you. Or at least, not until past round 70. So you should be alright. There we go. Beautiful. Alright. We should be pretty indestructible now. The only thing I'd say is if you don't feel safe, or if at any point in time you feel like you're not gonna be like, completely confident in your, Crossbowmaster's abilities, try and place a, man, you really can't place this anywhere, can you? I was gonna say try and place a Spectre somewhere. I was trying to do it within the village area, but I guess not. And just go bottom path, get Never Miss. Never Miss is a very strong upgrade, and then eventually, if you can afford it, get Spectre. But, to be honest, as of right now, we don't need it. We've got 12 more rounds, and I'll see you guys at the end, because we're guaranteed to win this. Alright guys, round 70. Now, like I said, if you're feeling like your Crossbowmaster isn't doing enough work, buy yourself a Spectre, and most of your problems will be solved. Of course, round 70 does have camo balloons, and we didn't manage to get him in the range of the village here, so he wasn't able to target them, but either way, problem solved. Alright, let's go on to Firing Range. Now, Firing Range is an interesting map in comparison to Carved. There's a lot less room for you to put proper tower defense, if you know what I mean. So, this costs a whopping 1,000, which is a little bit expensive. Not gonna lie, it's a little bit expensive. But, if you have your free Dart Monkey, you can always start off with this. If you don't have your free Dart Monkey, you can start off with an Engineer. They are also extremely good. In fact, I'm gonna start off with an Engineer as well. Oh, can we not place him up here? Oh, that's a shame. Alright, so instead of that, we'll start off with Bomb Shooter. Can they go up here? No, they cannot. Blue Gunner. Oh, of course you can. Alchemist. Alchemist can. Can Oben? No, Oben's too thick. Alright, so we're going to have to remove that to place Oben, because we don't want Oben in a bad location. So just for now, we'll see how long we can go with just our Dart Monkey. How about that? Mix things up a little bit, see how that works out. Because admittedly, the balloons do have to come across multiple times. So let's just test out to see if we can clear this away straight up, and then have enough to either buy Oben or get some decent Dart Monkey upgrades. So we'll get the range, because I don't think we'll be able to afford Oben that quickly, which is a little bit of a shame, but it's to be expected as well. So we got the range, we got a little bit of faster firing going on here. But we should be alright, I think. We are letting 1 or 2 balloons through, which is okay. We've got these spikes at the end of our track, which helps us out. For the most part, that should be all good. We seem to be handling things a lot better now, but we still need to save up enough for Oben, because we want Oben to be right in the middle, which is like the prime spot for dealing as much damage as possible. So we're going to try and put him in there, and then I don't know how we're going to do the village and the druids, but we'll see about if we can stuff them in there as well. Because if we can get Oben in there, then we're pretty safe for a few rounds. But we'll just have to see how this Dart Monkey goes, because he hasn't lost us too many lives just yet. And we're just about to be able to afford Oben. I think he will save us just in time, because round 10 can be pretty tricky, I think. I think it's at the very end. There's just a bunch grouped up blue balloons. Yeah, there it comes. Oh no, we're good. We're good. Our Dart Monkey has it handled. So we'll try and put Oben to one side, just so we can allow other things to help out, like the druids. But yeah, seems like we could rely on a 0-2-2 Dart Monkey fairly easily there. Not bad at all. Alright. Plus, that's well on its way to becoming a Crossbowmaster. So that is quite useful as well. We'll start placing our druids down. Try and place them as close as possible to Oben. And then we can just pop the village down right underneath them. There we go. Alright, and it's pretty much the same situation. We're just going to place these 3 druids, level them up a bit, get them to 2-3-0. And then we will work on our... What do we need to work on? We need to work on camo detect. No, wait, he's got camo detection covered. Our Dart Monkey's got us covered for the first round at the very least. We will need to work on placing our village after that. But then we can go for our Crossbowmaster and then just sit back, relax. You know, place a Spectre if we have to, but other than that, you don't need all that much else. And we've got plenty of room this time, so the Spectre won't have any problem about being placed near or around a village this time. We should be able to put down a couple more druids so that they can see the track, and then the village can go right behind them, and the monkey ace can go right behind that. Alright, but that lightning really just changes the pace of the game. Like, even in BTD5 when it was the wizard monkey that had the lightning, that was such a good early on upgrade. Best way to deal with leads early on in BTD5. Alright, so there we go, there's our first druid down. Maybe we'll go for 2 druids and then set up our village. Just because I feel like when we went for 3, we really didn't have enough time to set up the village before a lot of camos came. So we'll see how this goes instead. Now don't worry too much about the radius of it only being able to see here, because we're going to be giving him some upgrades, and then Oben's going to be giving him some upgrades, and then our village is going to be giving him some upgrades. So he'll be able to see a decent amount after that. Alright, lead popping power, who needs it? You've got thorns. Then we'll get this Heart of Thunder, Druid of the Jungle, and place ourselves a nice looking village. There we go, more lightning. That's exactly what you want. And then, when we can afford it, I feel like round 30 onwards is when you actually start getting a good amount of cash per round. But like round 1 through to 30 is just terrible. Absolutely terrible. Alright, let's get this village up. But yeah, as you can see, the Dart Monkey is struggling a little bit with these guys. But overall, he's taken out most of them. And the Druid Brambles can also help pop quite a few of them as well. So keep that in mind if you don't have camo popping power immediately. You can always throw these down, and these will pop camo balloons for you. Alright, so let's get ourselves the village. Bigger radius, everybody's included, beautiful. Regrow blocker, not that we need regrow blocker, I mean it's not covering any part of the track, so it's not really gonna save us from regrow balloons. But it's alright because we have druids, which means regrow balloons won't be a threat. Well, I mean those ones might be a little bit, but once we get the radar scanner, regrow balloons definitely won't be a threat. And there we go, much nicer. I think that's probably my favourite upgrade of the druid, is the fact that they can turn regrow balloons into regular ones. It's just so handy to have. Alright, there's really no good spot to place this last druid, huh? I think that was just because of bad placement on that first druid. Or that second druid, sorry. Alright, so let's put you around here maybe. There we go. And then we'll give this guy some reach, just so that he can actually lean over there a little bit more. But we'll also give him Druid of the Storm, so that he starts doing a little bit more damage too. There we go. We caught it. We caught it. We're all good. We may have to do a little bit of catch-up work, but that's alright. Okay, so let's get this crossbow up and running. Crossbow will be good. And then we'll get sharpshooter. And then hopefully we'll be able to hold ourselves off until we can get ourselves a beautiful Crossbowmaster. Because if we can do that, then we've won. We've already figured that out from the first lot. Whew. Man, it is hot in my room. Honestly, like, doors are shut, windows shut. It's my own fault, really, but still. Jeez, I didn't expect it to be this hot. I think, what's the temperature now? It's 32 degrees, which is not ideal. I'm just thinking, will we be able to get the Crossbowmaster in time? We'll see, we'll see. If we can't afford it, then we can buy a Spectre maybe? Are they cheaper? No, they're roughly the same price. Yeah, very close. I guess we'll see what happens. I think glue gun is cheaper. 23,000, yeah, but the earlier upgrades might be a little more expensive. But yeah, we'll just see what happens, see how it goes, see how we feel. And then, if we need to, realistically, we could always go for Ball Lightning, which is pretty strong. Jungle's Bounty's just another way to earn extra cash, which, I mean, you can go for it if you want, but I feel like this price is a little bit too much. Takes too long to actually make your money back, and you gotta remember to use the ability, otherwise it's useless. Ooh, but we've got ourselves a wall of trees. Now that's gonna come in perfectly handy for round 50. It'll eat up the first Moab hole. Because this guy ain't gonna pop it. There you go. One Moab down. That's why we chose Oban for round 90. He just does not care. He'll just eat those DDTs up. Doesn't matter how much health they have. But damn, this crossbow... It's not even a Crossbowmaster yet. This sharpshooter's actually doing a really good job. Like, surprisingly so. I think we will be able to afford the Crossbowmaster in time. Let's just replace that. I feel like it's getting a bit full. And I mean, realistically, it doesn't matter where he places it, like which track, because they both have to go both on the middle of the track going this way and then back on this way. So every balloon, regardless of which side it comes from, will have to pass through this point at some time. Alright, things are getting a little bit away from us here, but that's okay, because we've almost afforded our Crossbowmaster. We just do something like, wait for it, let these guys all flow through, this, and there we go. Got ourselves a Crossbowmaster that's not going to let anything come from this side, and then when this side shows up, not a chance. Alright, so, because I don't trust my Crossbowmaster being just stuffed in this corner over here, we are going to once again get ourselves a Spectre, if we can. Now that we can place it within the village, we can go rapid fire and much more darts, or whatever it's called. Lots more darts, there you go. You don't have to look at the middle path whatsoever now. Okay, so that's pretty full. Alright, and now we're going to save up for a Spectre, buy it as soon as we can, but other than that, we've basically won. It might be an idea to buy the MIB as well, but we won't need it until we're going to round 90 realistically, so I'll see you guys at round 80. Alright guys, round 80. Just as I said, get yourself a Spectre, especially if you're not feeling too great about your defense. You can even get yourself a Ball of Lightning as well on top of that, or even get yourself another Never Miss Target just to help out with the damage, but you should be able to cover it with relative ease with just a Spectre and a Crossbowmaster. Alright, so there you go. That was the just Mes-aing around. So, which is focusing on the Mesa biome, and of course the last map is going to be Mesa. So, that's the Odyssey. Pretty simple so far. You really just need a Crossbowmaster to win the first 2 levels, but feel free to spice it up and throw other things in there. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Part 2 will be coming out tomorrow, hopefully in the morning, if not around this time. Actually, yeah, it will most certainly be around 4 o'clock again, for me at least, just because I've got class in the morning. So I'll be back, I'll record it, and then it should all be good. So, thank you guys again so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. I'll see you all tomorrow. Take care, guys.